Hello, our names are Ashley Gates, Lexi Ramirez, and Kylan Davis. We are occupational therapy assistant students, and today we will be demonstrating a session designed to support a 45-year-old woman recovering from a TBI. The client engaged in a structured activity designed to improve independence and safety during a 15-minute simulated grocery shopping intervention. This aligns with her goal to compose a shopping list, collect items at the grocery store, and pay independently. Just like every other healthcare profession, we begin each session by following universal precautions, including hand hygiene and ensuring a safe, clutter-free environment to reduce fall risk. Because of the client's history of vertigo, hypoglycemia, and balance impairments, we also assess vital signs and confirm the client's pain scale. Our session will focus on improving memory, sequencing, and safety awareness in a simulated, task-specific environment. This intervention will support her main goals. This is the first picture of the intervention, and it begins with a structured memory task, which is writing the grocery list. The client was asked to recall and compose a grocery list from memory for ingredients needed for a familiar recipe such as chicken Alfredo pasta. Client required 2 verbal cues to complete the list. The beginning will go something like this. Hi, Miss Jane. It's great to see you again. Today we'll be working on making a grocery list and collecting ingredients for chicken Alfredo pasta. This activity will help improve your memory, balance, and independence while shopping. Let's get started by checking your vitals to make sure you're safe to participate. We began adhering to universal precautions and assessing the client's vital signs to ensure safety, especially given her history of vertigo, hypoglycemia, and cognitive impairment. Monitoring vitals is key to preventing adverse events during therapy. Now let's see what ingredients you remember for chicken Alfredo. Try listing them from memory. The client was asked to recall ingredients. She required 2 verbal prompts to complete a list of 6 items demonstrating mild memory and sequencing deficits commonly associated with TBI. Next, the client enters the simulated grocery store and retrieves the items on her list. She uses a walker to support mobility and receives verbal prompts as needed for safety and attention redirection. Client required 2 verbal prompts when re-entering previous visited aisles. This task-specific training directly targets her real-life functional goals and cognitive performance. The simulation goes something like this. Great work. Now let's go shopping. Use your walker and refer to your list. I'll be right here to help if needed. Client demonstrated mild balance issues while ambulating with the walker. 2 physical prompts and 6 verbal cues were required for safety navigation and body mechanics. Safety was prioritized throughout due to her increased fall risk. The client shows signs of impaired sequencing, returning to previously visited aisles, and needed moderate verbal cues to redirect attention. This reflects her current cognitive challenges with memory and focus. This session concludes with a payment activity reinforcing functional sequencing and fine motor coordination. The client experiences mild difficulty handling cash due to dexterity and forgetfulness and would benefit from verbal cues and visual cues. The last part of the intervention would go something like this. Now, let's go over and pay for your groceries. Client experienced mild fine motor difficulty when handling cash and required cues to complete the task. Despite this, she remained motivated and engaged, stating, "I lose track of what I'm supposed to get, and I feel unsteady walking." This intervention was based off of meaningful activities to the client, which is independent grocery shopping. This intervention allowed for the client to engage in a meaningful, realistic, task-specific practice in a structured environment that allowed for the safe practice of complex skills. This also directly correlates to our PIO question. For a 45-year-old woman with a TBI, is a memory training an effective intervention to compose a shopping list, collect items at a market, and pay independently? The CPT codes used for this intervention would be self-care and home management training, and also cognitive function training. Our SOAP notes also clearly outlines the skilled services provided, safety concerns addressed, and progress towards her functional goals, in line with ethical billing practices. Moving forward, we'll continue this intervention twice a week, gradually increasing complexity and reducing support. She'll be introduced to visual checklists, safety training, and energy conservation techniques to promote independence both at home and in the community. Thank you for watching.